2 days, no sleep before the first round in the IDC. We only got the car sort of, well, 90% finished the morning before we were meant to leave.
I suppose I had been up from, well, when I went to work on Wednesday morning.
And then I was up at 6:30 again for the practice day Friday, so say I was wrecked was the least. Like, I was...
Most drivers will tell you, coming over the hill in Mandela with that big of a run up, with that sort of power and the levels of speed that the other cars is at, it's scary. I know it would be scary for me.
I've never experienced that amount of speed, so that was new to me.
Once you figured out that you needed a bit more wheel speed.
Go fourth, down into third, and once I done that, the car was flying.
In my age, he started to get a good line dialed in and he was doing everything right.
By the end of the day on Friday, I was rubbing the walls, the line was
perfect on the wall. He was just flexing the body kit and all seemed really good.
And then came Saturday morning, I was well jizzed about getting up because I knew everything was okay. And then I seen this smoke starting to come up from underneath the bonnet.
And the next thing I see him coming back in the recovery truck before he even done a run. And I'm like, please not again. This can't be the start of it this year.
What should you do? Just cut out? Yeah, do oil.
Drifting is unreal because as soon as we got back in, there was at least 6 people, 7 people standing around the car straight away before Dad had even got there.
Simple dipstick, so cleaned it all off. But the problem with that is when you get yourself all set for the day, and that happens to you first thing, it's got to get in your head a wee bit like it's, oh no, not the same as it was last year. And for that to happen, I was thinking, it'll upset his focus, and he was settled in the car, and now it'll put him off his stride. But I just told him, I said, look, we'll fix the car, it's minor. 5 minutes we're going to you back out the track, you're only going to miss one run. I said, settle, don't even let it get inside your head. It's minor, it's not going to let you down. It's a minor thing. The day of the competition is always going to be different than the day of the practice. You know it's just the same as you were doing yesterday, but you know today counts.
So I went back out again anyway. It was going good, I was enjoying it, so I was having fun.
But the conditions changed. I mean, it was only the lightest wee bit of rain, tiny wee skift of rain, but it made such a difference to the track. You could see it. I mean, there was a serious amount of cars were sliding off, crashing into barriers, so it was kind of really sketchy in the morning. So I just said, you're going to have to feel the track out again to see what it's like. First qualifying run was a really good run.
I had mastered the brow of the hill and everything was going good, and I was feeling confident, and I got I think it was an 84 or something.
He qualified 15th, very good result. Top 32 badly, got a guy in another BMW. Kicked the car's about 450 horsepower. Sounded a good car, sounded a fast car, looked good in practice and qualifying. Jake laid down a really, really good lead line.
And I just went as fast as I could, done a good line, and then Dad radioed through to me saying, you know,
you've definitely got that first run, so I says, you don't have to do anything heroic, you don't have to be banging doors here. Just be thereabouts, do a clean run, stay with them, keep nice proximity.
We'd get the win, but not too far back, but not too close, just a nice distance away from him.
And then round mobile 1 and through the last of it, he was just exactly where he needed to be.
So I got the top 32, into the top 16, and of course, my nemesis.
The exact same guy who we got last year, Aaron Breen.
Put me out last year in round 2, and I qualified 4th from getting top 32.
Aaron is a serious pilot. I mean, he comes second in the Pro 2 Championship last year, and the man only drives a really good going 328 BMW, so it tells you what he can do.
I sort of feel a bit more confident now that I had a bit of power behind me and stuff, and a bit more experience, but he was a Stephen Halford's M3.
Which is a savage going car for an M3, and I told you, just because you've got all that power, do not underestimate that car. He is a lot quicker than you think.
he pulled away from me in the straight because I was spinning trying to keep up with him.
So Arnold pulled a good gap on him just as they entered over the hill. But Jake then, he was able to really nail it through clip 2, clip 3 and then to mobile 1.
And yeah, it's a deceleration zone and he was slowing up.
I think he had realised he had got left on the start line, so he wanted to reel him in, and he probably just came charging a little bit.
Too hard, and I hit him. And I knew at that point, that's it. Unless he messes up in the chase, which he won't, like, because it's Aaron, I knew that was it out. So I just went out and just did the best lead line I could for him to follow.
It was a good lead run. Aaron followed him well, doing what he does, pinpoint, accurate, keeping good proximity. Jake threw down a lovely line, no hiccups, but, you know, the mistake on the first corner obviously cost the top 16.
Well, I was happy enough. I got top 16, and then that day as well, the 84-point run got me second in the juniors. So
sooner or later, Jake's day is going to come. Sooner or later, Aaron's going to have to lose. You know, we'll get him sooner or later. But brilliant. Car was flawless. Practically no damage done to the car whatsoever. And he got second in the juniors.
The first time actually up on the podium, so it was the champagne stuff, which was class. I know I got second last year, but I really didn't know I got second last year, and we had went home, so we did it. But this time, it was the first time on the podium, and it felt good to be up there after all the hard work getting the car there, and all the struggles, and all the late nights, and yeah, to see the car going good and driving good, and having a good result after the first round, and ended up 13th or 14th overall in Pro 2, and sitting second in the juniors. I'm happy and feeling confident for round 2, so let's go.